we're making up for lost time.
You're missing the point, McLean. If you wanted the best Tex-Mex food in the country, you'd go to the Southwest, wouldn't you?
Well, sure, Jake, but I don't think that...
I mean, yeah, you can drive down the street to your local fast food taco place, but it's such a watered-down, bland version of it. It's not the same experience at all.
Well, sure, Jake, but
Yeah, you can go to your local supermarket and grab a can of New England clam chowder off the shelf, but is that going to taste as good as authentic handmade clam chowder from an actual New England chowder house?
Right, Jake, but I don't think...
Exactly. So that's what this is all about, McLean. Enjoying the authenticity of a local taste that is not the same back home.
Jake, I understand what you're saying, but I'm telling you, the Mountain Dew you can buy here in Tennessee is going to taste the exact same as the Mountain Dew you can buy back in Idaho.
McLean, Mountain Dew was invented here in Tennessee. As a matter of fact, not too far away from where we're driving right now. Sure, the recipe of the soda you purchase here is the same as the rest of the country, but who's to say it will taste the same? Ridiculous. The taste was formulated right here in the mountains of the Volunteer State.
Right. Well, I am a little parched, so I'll humor you.
Now, granted, I've never actually tried Mountain Dew, but yeah, I've heard good things. I've heard... Hello, folks. You're listening to Yesterday Today. As we continue our great American road trip, I'm Jake, that's McLean. We're driving through the great state of Tennessee this week, pulling into the town of Friendsville at the moment. Yes, that is the real name of the town, in case you were wondering.
Of all the places we could visit in Tennessee, you got Nashville, the Smoky Mountains, a campus at University of Tennessee in Knoxville. We've chosen to stop in Friendsville to find soda pop.
Your negative attitude is not in keeping with the spirit of Friendsville.
Hey, I tried being cheery last week, and it annoyed you even more.
Have you tried being normal?
Fine. Tennessee has been pretty nice so far.
Exactly. There's a gas station up here. We can pull in, fill her up, and you can run into the market over on the corner there and grab a couple of sodas, okay?
Okie doke. Hey, this is a real antique-looking gas station.
Yeah, look at that old Texaco sign.
Hi-de-ho, strangers. Fill her up for ya. Super service with a smile. That is our promise.
Mondo?
Mondo? Is that you?
No, super service with a smile. That's what we're doing here.
Mondo, knock it off. We know it's you.
No, me name is Melvin. Me never heard of this Mondo guy. Want me to rotate the tires for you? Oh, well, actually, I guess you rotate them while you're driving. It's a little gas station attendant humor there.
Well, Melvin, you look exactly like our security guard back at the radio station.
Oh, ain't that a coinky-dink? Me used to work as a security guard at the radio station too before me got this sweet gig here at the gas station.
Wait, you were a radio station security guard?
Yup, a Rooney.
But you're not Mondo.
Me pretty sure me not Mondo.
Uh-huh. We're gonna discuss this more, but we gotta start the show first. Don't you go anywhere. Up next, folks, is we have a few episodes of the Lum and Abner show, sort of an ongoing storyline, part of it, where they're searching for some buried treasure in Tennessee. So, here's that. We'll be back in about 20 minutes or so with more Yesterday Today.
Oh, me know Yesterday Today. Me heard that before.
You've heard of Yesterday Today?
Oh, yeah. We really admire how the show presents the best of yesterday's radio today. That's pretty good. The hosts are okay. But what were their names again? John and Matthew. Yeah.
Jake and McLean.
No, that's not it. There was something else.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog is Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge.
Well, because of the fact that Cedric is the only investor, he controls all the votes in the Edwards, Skimp, and Peabody Lost Treasure Company, and so is able to maintain his position as its president. Lum and Abner are desperately trying to find a way to regain control of the company before Cedric runs it into bankruptcy. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot 'em Down store and library. Lum is just entering. Listen.
Yeah, morning, Abner.
Yeah, morning, Lum. Doggies, you're in a rush coming through that door this morning. You
I know
what?
it. Grannies, I believe I got some good news, Abner.
Good news.
For goodness sakes, what are you doing there?
Oh, I'm just packing up my satchel. You better do the same thing, too, Lum, 'cause we're leaving for Tennessee early tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm leaving for Tennessee.
Yes, sir, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, now, wait a minute. Who says we're going to do this?
President Wehunt.
Oh, him.
Yeah, he held a meeting with himself this morning, voted in favor of taking a trip to Tennessee tomorrow to start digging for the treasury.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see about that.
Well, it's all set. You don't have to see nothing about it, Lum. You might as well start packing right
I
now.
ain't going to do no such a thing. That trip's off right now, I can tell you that.
No, it ain't neither. It's on. I've tried my best to talk Cedric out of it, but you just can't do it. His head's set, and that is that.
Well, we don't want to make this trip now, Abner.
I know it.
If we went there and dug up the treasure, well, every bit of it would belong to him, because
Sure.
he's the only investor so far.
I know it. That's why I was trying to talk him out of it, Lum. But it just looks like there ain't nothing to do but go along with him now and try to get him to dig in the wrong place so as he won't find the buried treasure.
Yeah, but I got a better idea than that.
Huh?
I got something that'll make President Wehunt change his mind about taking that trip tomorrow.
You have. You ain't raised $120 to invest in the company so as we can vote Cedric out, have you?
No, I ain't had no luck with that yet. But I've raised enough money to carry out this plan of mine.
Oh.
Or that is, Grandpap's out raising the money for me right now.
Grandpappy Spears is?
Yeah, I tried to get some from him, and he said he never had none to loan out, but he said he might get it from Charlie Redfield.
Well, good for Grandpap. Well, what is this plan of yours, Lum?
Well, that's the good news I was going to tell you.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
See, Squire called me over to his office this morning and said he's quitting the company definite.
Quitting it?
Yeah. Said he just weren't going to stand for no idiot like Cedric coming over there bossing him around and telling him what to do.
Well, I don't blame him for feeling that way about it. Tell you, I've been getting sick and tired of it myself. Special since you got him to hire me for a stenographer. Doggies, he's dictated 9 letters to his Uncle Dave already. He says the same thing in every one of them. How are you? I'm fine. I take my pen in hand to draft you a letter. And then I always say, I take my pen in hand, Abner, to draft you a letter from Cedric, of course.
Yeah, well, anyway, Squire said he weren't going to pay no more of them bills Cedric's run up neither. He's all done with the company. Quit, finished, concluded.
Well, wait a minute, Lum. I don't see how that's such good news.
Well, I'm coming to that.
Oh.
See, when Squire said he was getting out, well, that gave me a big idea.
It did.
I said to him, well, you won't be needing that treasure map no more then, so how about selling it to us? And he'd taken me up on it.
He did.
Yes, sir, he done it. And I got a good price on it, too, $65.
$65. Well, we ain't got that much money, though, Lum.
Well, I know we ain't, but I told you Grandpap says he can borrow it from Charlie Redfield.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Doggy, that still seems a little high price, for just a little old map of colored stuff on a piece of paper that way.
Yeah, but don't forget this. That map might turn out to be worth thousands and thousands and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, no telling how much that treasure will be worth when we dig it up, all
Yeah.
on wristwatches and stuff.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, sure.
And what's more important than that right now is that Cedric can't go there and dig unless he knows where to dig at.
Doggies, that's right, ain't it? Why, sure, he's got to have the map for that.
Why,
yeah.
sure. We ain't going to show it to him neither. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, of course we won't. I believe we got old Cedric right where we want him this time, you know what?
Yeah, we may not have no votes in the company yet, but leastways we can control the expedition now.
Doggies, that was a good plan you started up there. Yes, sir, Bob, sir, that was a good one. You're a genius, Lum, that's what you are, a genius.
Oh, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. Hardly.
What you
What?
are, Lum, a genius. I've always said it. And doggies, I'm beginning to believe it myself now. I sure am.
Well, I do study things out pretty good. I'll say
you
that
do.
much for
That
myself.
little old head of yours is just working all the time.
Yeah, I know it.
Little old brain just flapping. You can tell that.
I hate to cast compliments right in my own face.
Go ahead and cast them. You got a face for it. If I ever seen a face to throw things at, that is it, Lum.
No, I'm too modest for that, Abner.
No, sir.
I'm so modest I won't even admit to myself how much uncommon smart I am at different times.
Any nice things you can say about yourself, you've got 'em coming to you. You just say 'em.
Well, maybe
listen.
you're right. I don't know.
Oh, I'm
I
right.
believe you've convinced me. I'm a genius.
Why, sure you are. I've known it all along. And I know something else, too. Doggies, I'm going to unpack this hand satchel right here and now.
Yeah, unpack that
I
thing.
just had some lunch goods in there anyway, stuff to nibble on.
Yeah, you ain't making no trip tomorrow. Cedric ain't neither.
Doggies, I can't hardly wait to tell him. He's been so dead sure we's going tomorrow. Told me I'd better be ready at 5 o'clock sharp or I'd get left behind. All 6
Well, we'll put an end to some of that big talk of his
Yes,
now,
sir.
I reckon.
There's the best one news I've ever heard. I guess it'd be the best one new. Just one of them. You just told me one good thing. Best one new I've ever heard today. Just tickles me to death to think about it.
Wait a minute, that was our ring, I think.
I don't know. I never paid no attention. I was busy unpacking here.
Sounded like it was.
Yeah, get
Might
your
be
stuff out of
President
here.
Weehunt giving us some more orders concerning the trip tomorrow.
I hope it is. I just hope and wish.
Hello,
it is.
jot 'em down, store and library. Lum Edwards talking.
Unpack this stuff right now and get it all
Oh,
out.
hello, Grandpap. Did you get the money?
Dogged, I put a hunk of cheese in there enough to last
What?
2 weeks.
Charlie ain't got that much.
Oh, better start packing this satchel back, I believe.
Oh, Charlie talked to Gilroy Adams about it, huh?
I forgot crackers.
Well, did he get it from him? Final did, huh? Well, good.
Uh-oh.
Good for
Dogged,
him.
I can unpack her again now.
How's that?
Need the crackers. We ain't going.
Got to put up collaterals, huh? Well, just a minute. Abner, have we got anything we can use for collaterals?
Collaterals? I don't believe we got them in stock here, have we, Lum?
No, I mean we got to put up something of value before we can get the loan of that $65.
Oh, I was going to say I know I never packed none to take with us. Why didn't you say so if that's what you want this
I
to
got
be?
my barber chair there, but that thing ain't worth more than $5 or $6 at the most.
We can put my satchel up here. I ain't going to need that now, I don't believe.
No, it's got to be something worth at least $65.
No.
You ain't got that much of lunch goods in there.
No, I don't believe I have neither. I got her full, but don't believe it run into that. Let's see, the map's worth that much, Lum.
Huh? Oh, that's ID right there.
Yeah,
sure,
sure.
we can use that.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Hello, Grandpap. Tell him we've put up the treasury map for collaterals.
What else I got in here?
Well, sure it's worth that, because that's what we're paying for it. Fact is, it's worth a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, wait a minute, old Lum.
No, Grandpap, don't bring the money here. Just take it direct to Squire's office, and you can pick up the map there at the same time.
What did I put them shoelaces in there for?
Yeah, he's got it over there.
No, I don't eat them.
All right, then, Grandpap, and much obliged to you for helping us out.
Must have been a mistake.
Well, we appreciate it, all right.
Must have been.
All right, fine. Goodbye. Well, that takes care of that, looks like.
Yeah, but, Lump, do you think we'll let somebody else have that map?
Well, they ain't got it, actual. They're just holding it for securities. And we don't need it ourselves right now.
Well, no,
We
but
won't need it till we get ready to make the trip to Tennessee, and we ain't going to make that trip till we get back into control of the company and get shut of Cedric.
Yeah, but I mean, is it safe letting somebody else see that map? They're liable to rush right over and start digging up that treasury themselves.
Oh, not Gilroy Adams. He wouldn't do that.
He might.
He's a nice feller. You
Yeah.
can trust him anywhere.
All that says hello to you know.
And he's the only one that'll have the map long as we're getting the money from him.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's safe with him. We better tell him to keep it hid somewhere, so.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We better do that.
Yeah.
But I know it's safe with him. And the important thing is that we're keeping it away from Cedric.
Oh, yeah, we got to keep it away from him. Tell Gilroy to go bury that map somewhere, and then he can make a map showing where he buried the map at. That's a good idea. I don't want to make no trip tomorrow morning, I know that.
Well, we ain't going to. Don't
Oh,
worry
no.
about that. What we got to worry about now is raising more money and to invest in the company.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I was studying on that last night, Abner, and I thought maybe we could just slap a little mortgage on your place over there.
On my place? Why not slap it on yours? This whole expedition was your idea, not mine, though.
Yeah, but your place is bigger than mine. Be easier to get a loan on it, I think.
Yeah, that place of mine's had too many mortgages slapped onto it already. One more good slap, it's liable to fall clean over.
Yeah, but you see, Abner, that's
Wait a
only...
minute. There comes Cedric up out there.
Cedric?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't hardly wait to tell him the trip's all.
Yeah, don't let on right away. Let's have some fun with him first.
Yeah, we'll roast him about it.
Josh,
Wait till I get...
wonderful world.
Howdy, President Weehawk. Proud to see you.
What's this I hear about you taking a big trip, Cedric?
Yeah, tell us about that,
Well,
Cedric.
I done told you about it. 5 o'clock tomorrow morning sharp. And I want you fellers to be there on time, too. Don't want no slaggards in this company.
Well, don't want no what?
Oh, well, whatever it was I said, I don't want 'em. I know that.
Yeah, well, Cedric, do you know whereabouts you're going to dig when you get to Tennessee?
Yes, Mom. Right where it says X on the treasury map. That's where.
Uh-huh. Just, what are you aiming to use for a treasury map?
Well, I'm going to use the treasure map for it, natural.
Oh, yeah, huh? Reckon I ought to tell him
Yeah,
now.
go ahead, tell it. Here, I'll show you where the X is at on the map as soon as I get it unfolded here.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Where'd you get that map, Cedric?
Yeah, you can't have that, Cedric. Me and Abner bought that from Squire Smith.
Why, sure, we borrowed the money for it from Grandpappy Spears, and he got the money from Charlie Redfield, and Charlie got it from Gilroy Adams.
Well, Gilroy got it from me.
From you?
Yes, Mom, $65 he borrowed, and then he give me this map for securities or something. Now, right here's the X right there, see?
Uh-oh. Hand me my hand satchel, dogged. I better start packing that thing.
Well, President Cedric Weehunt of the Lost Treasure Company voted to start the expedition the other day, but things were held up while Cedric patched the tires on his automobile. The treasure hunters finally got on their way, however, and now we find them at the end of a long, wearisome day of travel. Lum, Abner, and Cedric are preparing to retire in a small hotel room somewhere in Arkansas.
Grannies, I can't hardly wait to get in that bed. Never been so tired in my whole life, I don't believe.
Me neither. Doggies, that's a hard-riding car you got, Cedric.
Yes, Mom. We made good time today, though. We must have made 90 miles or better today.
90? No, to me, it seemed like 10,000 miles to me.
Yeah, we got to make better time tomorrow, though. We never will get to Mississippi.
I know one thing. If we ever do get there, we're going to be too tired to dig up the treasure.
Well, the Lost Treasure expedition crossed over the state line into Mississippi early this morning, and the treasure hunters are not many miles from their destination. As we look in on the 3 travelers today, Lum, Abner, and Cedric, we notice that something has gone wrong with the car, and we find all 3 of them peering into the motor. Listen.
Well, what do you reckon's wrong, Cedric?
Well, I don't know. It just stopped on me. Just have to tear the motor down and find out, looks like.
Tear it down?
Yes, Mom.
My goodness, that's a hard job, ain't it, Cedric?
Yes, Mom, it sure is.
Dogged, I wish we could have leastways broke down in the shade summers. This heat's gonna kill me sure as a whirl.
Yeah, must be at least 110 or 15 out here.
Oh, yeah, never seen hot weather come on so fast. I just hope we don't all get sunstrike. That's what I hope.
Yeah, well, might as well roll up our sleeves and pitch in.
Yeah.
Abner, maybe you better take the lunch goods over and set 'em under the tree there while they'll be in the shade.
Yeah, well, we ain't got hardly no lunch goods left, Lum.
Well, we don't want the sun to melt down what little we have got left, though.
No.
There's that gooseberry pie in there at Mama baked. Don't let that get ruined. That's my favorite pie.
Yeah, well, I'll see it is took good care of, Cedric.
Yeah, be good and careful about that pie, Abner.
I will.
Granny, this sure is a hottin' today. Wait a minute, Abner. I'll help you tote that stuff.
Oh, it ain't heavy, Lum.
I know, but I don't want to see nobody overworking in hot weather like this. Cedric, you get out the tools and start working on the motor, and me and Abner will be back direct and help you.
Yes, Mom.
Wait a minute, Abner. I said I was going to help you.
Well, I don't need no help. Besides, I'm done already over here now.
Yeah, well, I'll help you find a good, cool place to set it down.
Yeah, looks like one place about the same as another around here. Just set it on the ground here is about all we can do, I reckon.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Granny, it feels good to get out of that blazing sun.
Yeah, it sure does. Dogged, a man could get burned and blistered out there in no time at all, you know it?
Oh, he sure could.
Oh, yes.
You know, I was just thinking, Abner, maybe one of us ought to stay here and guard the food, as long as we ain't got hardly none left.
Guard it from what, Lum?
Well, you never can tell.
You can't, huh?
No. Here we are in a strange state, Mississippi or Tennessee or wherever we are.
Tennessee, I think Cedric said we're at.
Well, we ain't never been here before, so we don't know what kind of animals they might have here. Might have bears and wolves and lions.
Camels,
Don't reckon they'd have camels. Leastways, not many of them.
hippopotamuses, and nyrocuses, all them things.
Might have for all I know. Anyway, something might come along and try to eat this stuff up. One of us ought to stay here and guard it.
Yeah.
Be a shame if we let something steal that gooseberry pie away from Cedric.
Oh, that'd be a low-down shame. The way that boy loves gooseberry pie, just loves it.
Yeah, we got to sort of look out for Cedric and take good care of him.
Yeah.
We're older than him and everything. Sort of have to be his guardians on this trip.
Why, sure. He's president of this treasure expedition, too. Ought to see it our president's took good care of.
Why, sure. So one of us will stay here and guard Cedric's pie while you go over there and help him with the car.
Me? Now, wait a minute, Lum. I believe I'd make a awful good guard to stay here long.
Yeah, but you got more of a mechanical's mind than I have, Abner. You'd be more help to Cedric.
I would, huh?
And we've just got to give him all the help we can.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't know where I ought to get out in that sun very much or not, Lum. You know how easy I burn. I got an awful tender skin.
Well, we'll take turns helping him then. I'll go out there first.
Yeah, that's a better idea, I believe. I'm for that 100%.
Yeah, we got to help old Cedric.
Yes, sir. Got to do it. We sure have. Yes, sir.
Let me sit down here for a second and rest up a little before I go out there.
Yeah, maybe.
Man
better.
can do a lot better job if he gets a little rest first.
Yeah. Nothing like a good rest for a feller. Nothing.
Yeah, you take a man that overworks himself. 9 times out of 10, he'll get a nervous breakdown, and he ain't no good to nobody.
Why, of course, he ain't. Feller got to take good care of himself. He's going to be in condition to help anybody. I've always said that.
Yeah, you're just right about it, too, especially on this kind of weather.
Yeah.
I knowed a man that walked outdoors on a day like this one time, went over to the pump to get himself a drink of water to cool off, lifted the pump handle just one time, and boing, got a sunstroke right then and there. He done it.
Did he get killed from it?
No, the only thing that saved him was that he fell down the well and the cold water revived him.
Well, he was lucky. He sure was. Who was that, Luther Phillips?
No, it was Grimy Ludlow.
Oh, Grimy Ludlow. Yeah, I recollect him telling about that now. Yeah.
You know, Grimy's lucky to be alive to tell it, too.
Well, now, Luther Phillips got sunstrike, too, one time, you know, Lum. That's how come he to get him mixed up with Grimy there.
I thought it was lightning that struck Luther.
Oh, no, you're thinking about old Vess.
Oh, yeah, Vess.
No, what happened to Luther was that he was sitting around the house there trying to keep cool, and he got worried about his woman standing in the heat. You know how thoughty Luther always was of her.
Oh, yeah, always doing something for others.
Oh, yeah. Well, he went out in the kitchen and fixed up a nice big pitcher full of lemonade for her.
No, it wasn't that thoughty.
Yeah.
Sounds just like Luther, all right.
Then he took the lemonade and headed out across the field to where his woman was plowing the corn. And he hadn't walked more than, 30 feet when that sun stroked him right there on the spot.
Oh, yeah.
It done it.
Fellers got to be careful about things like that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just hope Cedric ain't going to get affected by the hot sun out there.
Yeah, I hope so, too. It's liable to happen to him. Especially working over that hot engine the way he is there.
Yeah, every piece of metal you touch out there, just like laying your hand on a hot stove.
Oh, bound to be.
I'm just glad Cedric don't have to do all that work by himself.
Yeah, just a lucky thing for him that he brung us along with him on this trip, you know.
Yeah, we got to take good care of that boy.
Yeah, we're his friends. His true friends. We sure are.
Abner better look in that box there and see if his pie is still all right.
Yeah, sure.
I never would forgive myself if let anything happen to that, the way he loves it.
Yeah, it's still in pretty good shape, Lum. A little smashed on one side there. Not bad, though. See there? Right there.
How's them mashed potato sandwiches?
Yeah, their bread's getting a little dry on them, I believe.
You know, Abner, I just studied here. If a man's going to do any hard work, any manual labor, why, he really ought to have a little nourishment first.
Nourishment?
Food.
Oh.
Man can't do a job on an empty stomach. I've always said
No,
that.
no, man can't do it, you sure.
Special not in weather like this.
Yeah, you're right, Lum. Yes, sir, Bob, sir, you are right.
You
Yep.
take a man, he's just like a train. He's got to have fuel to keep him running.
Fuel? I believe food would be better for a feller, Lum. Besides, we never brung no coal all along. Of course, you might find some kindling wood around here somewhere, so no on if you're that
No, I'm
hungry.
talking about food. See, food's man's fuel.
Oh, I see.
Abner, why don't you cut me off just a little sliver off of that,
Gooseberry fuel?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just a sliver.
Oh.
Just enough to give me some energy to do that heavy work out there. I want to help
Okay,
Cedric.
Better have a little sliver myself, too, long as we're taking turns helping Cedric. I'll need a little extra.
Yeah, we don't want to let a good friend like Cedric down by not having enough energy to help him.
Yes, you know, this is a good idea anyway, Lum, 'cause it cuts away the part there where the pie was smashed a little. That's what I'm cutting off.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Just break old Cedric's heart if he ever seen that. Yeah, here. There's your sliver, Lum. You handle that all right?
Yeah, you're right. That'd hurt his feelings something wonderful. I wouldn't want to do that for the world.
Oh, not
Him
the nice
working out
boy
there
like
like-
Cedric. Doggies, I like him. Wished he's my uncle.
Granted, his mama sure bakes nice gooseberry pies,
Oh,
don't she?
she does. She's a nice woman. Wish she's my uncle, too. Having baked pies for me every day. Cedric's mama is nice.
Well, his papa's nice, too.
Well, the whole family's nice. Pine Ridge can be proud they got a family like we hunts living there.
Oh, yeah, they sure can.
Yes, sir, Bob, sir.
I just hope their nice boy, Cedric, don't faint working out there in that hot
Oh,
sun.
I just hope it's the worst way.
You see, whose turn is it to help him now?
Well, let's see now. We started out. You said.
I
that-
just noticed in there how ragged you cut them pieces of pie. I just look at that. Maybe you ought to sort of straighten that up before Cedric sees it.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't like it at all. Yeah, I straightened that out good there. Let me get
Well, you
mine
take
right
a
there.
sensitive boy like Cedric, and little things like that can make him feel awful bad.
Right,
Special
now,
in
you
hot
know.
weather.
Yeah, here, Lum. Take this. You might as well eat it, what I've cut off here.
Eat it?
Well, it ain't no use to throw it away
Oh,
where I'm
no,
trimming up here.
no, you
Trimmed
let it
that
go to
pretty
waste.
wide, too, I believe there.
Well, you want to be sure and get it all trimmed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we're so low on food anyways, we don't want to waste nothing.
Oh, don't want to waste nothing, no.
Yeah, we got this energy out here. Why, one of us better hustle out there and give good old Cedric a hand, you know.
Yeah, looks like he's having quite a tussle with that engine out there. That's hard work, you know. Look
Oh.
how red he is in the face.
Oh,
Looks like
he
a
oughtn't to
cook
work
stove.
that hard in this heat.
No, sir, it's too hot for that boy to work.
Next
like
time one
that.
of us goes out there to help him, we ought to mention that to him.
Yeah, or two. Gotta take good care of that. Our doggies ain't a very big piece left there, but I sure got her trimmed good. Smooth. Looky there, Lum.
Well, don't stick your finger in it.
Huh?
Now look at what you done.
Oh,
He won't want to eat that after you poked your finger in it.
he won't, huh?
Oh, better trim it off again there.
Well, I can't trim it off no more. There won't be none left, Lum.
Well, you can cut it in too, can't you?
Huh?
Here, give me the knife. Now, there. Here, you can have that part.
Well, here, where you going, Lum?
I'm going on around on the fur side of this tree. I just can't stand to watch him work out there in that hot sun. Spoils my appetite.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll go along with you.
No, you won't. No, sir, you stay there. One of us has got to stay there and guard that pie.
You know, some people have been coming into our SO stations expecting to see a real live tiger. We can't guarantee that, but we can promise to put a tiger in your tank with our new high-energy SO Extra gasoline. You see, this great new premium motor fuel from Humble is blended to give you octane power, firing power, and cleaning power. Octane power for fast getaway. Firing power for smooth performance. Cleaning power to protect your engine, to clean the carburetor while you drive. So when you stop in at your SO station, don't expect to see a real live tiger, but do expect a 3-way power boost from new high-energy SO Extra gasoline. Put a tiger in your tank. Happy motoring.
Okay, look, buddy. Me never met a Mondo, me never heard of a Mondo, and even if we did know a Mondo, he probably wouldn't even be a cool guy. This Mondo person you're talking about, he sounds like a real loser, okay? A dumb idiot. You wouldn't even want to be associated with such a guy. Anywho, you want me to fill your tank up, mister, or are we just gonna stand here talking all day?
Mondo, I don't understand what's going on. You already said you've heard of Yesterday Today, and you used to work at a radio station as a security guard. What are you doing at a gas station in Tennessee pretending your name is Melvin?
Look, buddy, is there something wrong with you? Me is not Mondo. Me is Melvin.
But you...
Hey, Jake, calm down. Maybe he's not actually Mondo.
Not Mondo. He looks like Mondo. He talks like Mondo. He's heard of Yesterday Today. He used to be a security guard.
That could just be a coincidence.
Okay, what kind of a coincidence is that?
Admittedly, the chances are probably 1 in a million, but it's still possible. Now, if Melvin here invented a super shake or something like that...
Super Shake? Who told you about Coach Melvin's Super Shake? That is a tightly guarded formula.
Okay, maybe the chances are more like 1 in a billion.
Coach Melvin Super Shake.
Yeah, Coach Melvin's Super Shake. You never heard of it? Me used to be a graduate assistant at the University of Tennessee when we invented the Super Shake to help the old Volunteers win the SEC championship back in the day. The quarterback of the team, he swore by it. He really... What was his name again? No, me is terrible with names today. What was it? Peter, Patrick, Peyton Manning. That was the name.
You gave the Super Shake to Peyton Manning.
Yes, sir.
Peyton Manning played at Tennessee like 30 years ago.
Well, yeah, me lived here in Tennessee all my life, so yeah, me couldn't possibly be this Mondo guy you keep talking about.
Okay, well, while Coach Melvin recounts his glory days, we'll get to the second half of the show. More Lum and Abner, so hope you enjoy that.
Hey, speaking of second halves, let me tell you about the second half of the 1997 SEC championship game. Manning was running into the locker room, down 20-10. He demands more Super Shake, and I says, but Peyton, you've already drank 3. But he said, no, we got to have more Super Shake.
Well, the little band of treasure hunters have at last arrived in Tennessee in the general vicinity indicated by their treasure map. They've parked their car and are now preparing to follow the instructions on the map and start digging for the lost fortune. As we're looking on the travel-worn threesome, we find President Cedric Wehunt issuing orders to Lum and Abner.
All right, come on, fellas, get loaded up there. All we have to do now is just follow the directions on the map and start digging.
Yeah, well, Cedric, don't you think we ought to take the map instead of you? We can read the directions on it better than you can.
No, Mama, I'm president of this expedition, and I ain't gonna take no chances letting that map get out of my hands.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Mr. Lum, grab them shovels there and that picket axe.
Well, I can't tote all of them by myself. Let Abner carry some of them.
Well, Mr. Abner will have his hands full, though. He's got to tote the gunny sacks to put the treasure in, and the camp stools to set on, and the pinball machine.
Pinball machine? I dog it. You can stop right there, Cedric. I ain't lugged that half-witted thing nowhere. Can't see no reason, no way to drag something like that along when all we're gonna do is be digging.
Well, I need that pinball machine.
Oh, my.
Gotta have something to do while you fellas are digging.
While we're digging, listen here, Cedric Wehunt, this has went too far. Doggies, you're just getting too dad blame high and mighty for your own good.
Well,
I'm quitting this expedition right here and now. I'm all done. I'm out of it. I'm clean out
Now,
of
wait
it
a minute,
right
Abner.
now.
Just calm
No,
yourself
sir,
down.
I don't want to calm myself down. I ain't going to take no more orders off of that smart aleck Lum.
Me?
Him and his big ideas. Yes, you. Doggies, I'm quitting. I'm done. Plumb
Now,
D-O-N done.
Simmer down, Abner.
I
Don't
don't
fly
want
off
to.
in a handle over some little thing like that.
Some little thing.
You know how high-strung you are.
Doggies, I'm hiring that right now. I'm so mad I don't know
Cedric,
what to
will
do.
you excuse us for a half a second? I want to talk to Abner alone in private by myself.
Yes, Mom, but
All right.
hurry up. I want to find that treasure as quick as I can and be rich. Boy.
Well, we'll hurry. Come over here, Abner. I want to discuss something.
I don't know where you're safe getting over here alone with me or not, Lum, as mad as I am. Ain't nothing I want to discuss except getting out of here and going back home. Wishing I'd never left there in the first place.
Yeah, I know how you feel, but now that we've got this close to where the treasure's buried, it'd be silly to turn around and go back.
Well, Lum, there ain't no use for us to dig up no treasure no way. It all belongs to Cedric.
Yeah, I know, but...
You know as well as I do, he ain't gonna let us get back into that company. We've been trying to talk him into it all the way to Tennessee, and he won't listen to us.
Well, we've been using the wrong ticket tax, I believe.
All he thinks about is how rich he's gonna be. Doggies, he won't even let us look at that treasure map.
I know he won't, but I believe I've studied up a way to change his mind a little bit.
I'd love to hear what it is, because I don't think there is no way, Lum.
Well, him talking about how rich he's gonna be when he finds the treasure give me the idea.
Yeah.
See, what we can do is gradually start pointing out the evils of being selfish and rich.
Evil.
Yeah, how you get to be a mean old man finally, and when you die, everybody hates you.
Well, what good's that gonna do?
Well, that'll show him that he's got the wrong altitude. First thing you know, he'll be begging us to let him share the treasure with us.
Reckon he will, sure enough.
Well, it can't fail. That's psychology.
It is, huh?
I bound you he'll even turn over the map to us before we get through with him.
Yeah, if we can get hold of that thing, well, we'll be all right.
Yeah, and we'll actually be doing Cedric a favor, too, because it ain't good for a boy to be selfish.
Why,
and
of
rich,
course it
too.
ain't. No, a rich millionaire, that's what he wants to be.
And all we're doing is just trying to get our rightful share of this thing.
Sure.
After all, we was the ones that first got up this expedition.
Yeah.
Organized the company and everything else.
We done it.
And then Cedric come in and taking it away from us, you might say.
Why, sure he did. Let's start working on him right now, Lum.
Yeah, but recollect now, we got to be subtle about this.
We do, huh?
Yeah, don't throw it to him all at one time. Work up to it sort of gradual.
Sure, I know what to do. I'm smart about such things as that.
Hurry up, fellas. Let's get started. Hurry up. I'm getting anxious here.
Well, we're coming, Cedric.
Be nice to him now. No more flying off in the hound.
I'll be right with you, Cedric.
Well, hurry up. I want to get to that treasury.
Yeah, well, so do we, Cedric. Now, come on, Lum. Let's get loaded up here and get to digging out there somewhere.
I say, why don't we just take part of this stuff while we're following the map, and then when we locate the exact spot to dig in, why, then we can get the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, how about that, Mr. President?
Oh, all right. I don't care. Just so we get started. That's all I care about. I want to start being rich quick as I can.
Yeah, that'll be nice for you, Cedric. Believe I'll just carry this little bitty shovel here for now.
This will be the first time I've ever been rich.
Well.
That I can recollect. I ain't never been it before. See that dead oak stump there?
Yeah.
That's where we start out, according to the map.
Uh-huh. So you're going to be rich, huh, Cedric?
Yes, Mom. Let's see, 10 paces due east from the dead oak stump, it says here. Is due east anything like just plain old common everyday east?
Yeah, it's the same thing, I think, Cedric. What are you going to do with all that treasure, Cedric, when you get it?
Oh, just be rich, I reckon. 10 paces due east from the dead oak stump and then turn left at a gray-colored rock.
Are you going to keep all that treasure for yourself, Cedric?
Now, here's the stump right here.
Oh.
Now we go due east. Reckon that's due east that way, Mr. Lum?
Well, I don't know. We better check that to make sure. Get out your compass, Cedric.
My what?
Your compass.
Compass?
That thing that you always carry in your watch pocket there, that you got that chain on there, Cedric.
Oh, this thing here?
Why, sure.
Well, I'll be doggone. Is that what that is, a compass?
Why, natural, what do you think it was?
Well, I always thought this was a watch. No wonder I was always having such a hard job telling the time by.
For the land's sake, such a boy.
Here, let me look at the compass.
Yeah, take it, Lum.
Now, you
Lord,
see where
look
that
at
area points there? That's north. So that'd be east off that way. The gray rock ought to be, well, right over there somewhere.
Yeah, well, come on, let's go.
Cedric, have you ever known any rich men personal? Especially the kind that gets rich by being selfish?
No, Mom. 10 paces. Let's see. 1, 2.
I'm glad you never saw one, Cedric, 'cause it's a sad sight, ain't it, Lum?
Oh, my, yeah. Just a shame what happens to some folks when they get rich
Sure is.
and don't share their wealth. Just a downright shame.
Breaks my heart to think of 'em.
Well, this is 10 paces here, but I don't see no gray-colored rock around here.
I tell you, it's a terrible thing to look at.
What a gray-colored rock is?
No, a rich old selfish man, Cedric.
Oh. Maybe my feet are bigger than the feller that measured off them 10 paces in the first place, and I went too far.
Well, it'd have to be bigger than anybody, Cedric.
Maybe
I know
that compass is off.
Huh?
I ain't wound the thing for a week or so.
Well, you don't wind compasses, Cedric. I don't think.
Wait a minute, there's the rock there, right in that clump of weeds. See it?
Yeah, see it? Doggy, that looks sort of green, old Lum, instead of gray.
Well, it might have changed color since that map was drawn. Don't forget that was a long time ago that map was made.
Yeah, and the feller might have been color-blinded, too. Yeah, that's more likely the rock right there, Cedric. Here, let us look at the map now and see where we go next.
No, Mama, I'll look at the map now. I'm the one that handles that.
Oh, I'll just try to help, I think.
Well, let's see here. Turn left and go north till you come to a double fence post. Well, come on, fellers, follow me.
Yeah, we're coming.
Yeah, what was that you were saying about rich man?
Oh, we just saying what a shame it was, what happens to some fellers when they get rich all of a sudden, Cedric.
Yeah, it's so awful I don't even want to talk about it.
Me neither. Gives me the walking, talking willies just to think about it.
Well, what does happen to them?
Oh, Lord, me, that is, You tell him, Lum. I just couldn't stand to tell you myself, Cedric. Go ahead, tell him, Lum.
Well, different things happen to them, Cedric.
Yeah, different things.
They get older all the time, for one thing.
They'll do it every time. They get older every day.
And they keep getting selfisher and meaner.
Oh, my. Yeah.
There's something right there. They get awful mean.
Oh, they just get as mean as anything at all. Kick little children around.
Do they sure enough do that?
Oh, hit 'em with sticks and throw rocks at dogs and say mean things to old women folks and leave a screen door open when they go outside and let flies in.
Well, what do they do all that for?
Well, just call... Why do they do it, Lum? I forget just now.
Well, they're mean because it just gets to be their human nature.
Yeah.
See, they don't have a friend left in the world, hardly.
Oh, no.
Everybody hates and despises them because they're so selfish, you know.
That's it. Nobody loves them. No friends, no nothing. Just a big heap of gold. Just a big fortune. That's absolute all they got left.
Doggone, that is sad, ain't it?
Oh, the poor fellers. Poor old mean fellers. Hate to think about them.
And you think that might happen to anybody?
Oh, yes, Cedric.
And they get to looking different, too. Their faces turn sort of hard like.
Well,
they might not get to looking like their faces was made out of gold instead of flesh and skin.
yeah, they get to where they just don't need to shave or wash no more, Cedric. They just get some old metal polish and shine up their faces about once a week. That's all they do.
Do they actually do that?
Oh, sure.
Well, no, now, they don't actually do that, Cedric. Watch yourself, Abner. Don't carry things too far.
Oh, could I let go in there, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you one thing, though, Cedric. As soon as they get rich, they start having trouble with their income tax,
Oh,
too.
yeah, that's terrible, too, that stuff.
Oh,
Cedric.
it gets so complicated to figure out that they finally drive themselves just stark raving mad crazy.
Yes, sir, just complete touched in the head. It's awful, Cedric, it is.
And to think they was all nice fellers like you when they started out in life, too.
But they got that one bad, unlucky break. They got rich.
Yeah, that one disaster had to overtake them, and that ruined them.
Yeah, what a pity. What a pity.
Doggone it, fellas. I believe I'm going to change my mind about something here.
Change your mind? You going to change your mind, sure enough, Cedric?
Yes, Mom. Got to do it.
Well, good for you. Good for you.
See,
Cedric.
where's that old trace you man?
It's right there in your side pocket, Cedric. Right there. That's
Want to
it.
get that thing out right now? And...
Yeah, get it out and we'll take care of it, Cedric. That's what we'll do. Hey, Cedric, wait a minute. Don't do that. Don't tear up that map. You're ruining it,
Yes,
Cedric.
Mom, I'm glad I done her, too. I done it, and I'm glad.
Well, now you can't never find that buried treasure.
I know it, but I got to think about you fellers.
Think about us.
Yes, Mom, I was aiming to give you fellers a half of everything we dig up, but if it's going to do that to you, the heck with it. I'd never let that happen to no friends of mine.
As we look in on a little band of treasure hunters now, we find them very early in the morning digging in someone's farmyard. Listen.
Hey, Cedric, watch where you're throwing that dirt. Most of it's going right in my face.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Abner.
Doggies.
Oh, they cut down the old pine
And don't
tree.
sing now. Lum told you not to, Cedric.
No, we don't want to wake up the fella that owns this property. I was hoping we could dig up the treasure and get out of here before anybody finds out we was here.
Don't look like we're going to be able to do it, though, Lum. Sun's coming up yonder now.
Yeah, come on, work faster, Cedric.
Yes, Mom.
Lum, can the feller that owns this property lawsuit us for digging here?
Well, I don't know whether they can or not, Abner. See, I figure he owns the property all right, but I don't believe he owns what's buried down underneath the property.
No.
Especially when we never owned the stuff that's down there in the first place.
No, but we got a big hole dug through his property to get the stuff out of, though. Can he lawsuit us for that?
Well, maybe that might be trespassing, but I don't believe we'd get much of a fine for that. Well, even if it was a big one, we wouldn't care, not after we dig up all this treasure here.
No. You sure we're digging in the right place?
Well, to be right honest, I ain't, Abner. But this is as close as I could come to it, trying to figure it out from that tore-up piece of map that we got. Some of the pieces was missing, too. We got the one with the X on it.
Yeah, I know. I wish we sure. I hate to do all this work for nothing. That blame you, Cedric, for tearing that up anyway. A body that's idiotic enough to tear up a perfect good map. I don't know what order.
I was feared of that.
Huh?
Look, there comes some man. Must be the owner.
Oh, my goodness. What do we do now, run?
No, better stand our ground. He saw us, and he's heading this way.
Yeah, I believe one of us hit him with a shovel, and then we all jumped on him.
No, we ain't gonna do no such a thing.
Well, I don't want to get lawsued for traipsing, or trespassing, or whatever it is.
Well, don't worry. Just leave everything up to me. I'll talk him out of it. You just watch.
I hope you do.
I might offer him some of the treasury. I don't know.
Hi there, you fellas.
Hot doggies, we better run. I don't like the sound of his voice.
No, stand still, Abner.
By George, you fellas are early birds, I'll say that for you.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. But now, if you'll just let me explain to you why...
Gunny, it's quite a hole you got dug there already.
Yeah, it is. But you see, mister, we
Are
never...
you sure you're digging in the right place?
Huh?
The right place.
Yeah. Of course, you might strike it here at that. I guess you fellas know more about this than I do. It's your business.
Yeah, that's right, I reckon.
What did you use, a divining rod?
No, we used a map.
Map, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good way, I've heard tell. I don't understand much about maps myself. I always set more store by a divining rod. Fact is, I had a man out here not more than a couple of weeks ago with a divining rod, and he figured it ought to be right over, about right here.
He did, huh? Well, grannies, that's good news, because we wasn't sure ourselves.
Wait a minute. You ain't been digging for this yourself, have you?
Me? Lord, no. I ain't no hand at nothing like this. Ain't got the time for it nohow. Got all I can do just keeping up with the chores around the place. Well, I'll let you fellas get back to work. I've got some plowing that ought to be done by sundown.
Well?
I hope you strike it rich. I'm pretty sure you're in the right place now.
Well, good.
I'll drop back later on to see how you're coming. So long.
Yeah, so long.
Yeah, so long.
So long.
Well, I'll be a polka-dotted possum. Now, what do you know about that?
Grannies, there's one of the nicest fellers I've ever run up against.
Oh, yeah. I wish that a lot of fellers was my uncle, but I wish he's my uncle and aunt both. He's nice. He is nice, yes, sir.
Oh, he ain't got his beat, I don't believe.
No.
I love and admire him.
If everybody in Tennessee's as nice as he is, I love and admire Tennessee, the whole caboodle of it.
After we dig up the treasury, I believe I'll settle down here just to be near him.
Doggies, I'm a good mind to move in with you, Cedric. No, I'll build a place of my own, as long as I'm going to be rich,
Well,
too.
here, come on. We better get to digging here, or none of us will get rich.
Yeah.
This is the place right here where he told us to dig, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe that's right. Just about right here is where he pointed to. Come on, Cedric, get to work now.
Just while I'm getting...
Doggies, I can't get over this, Lum. That fella never even brung up the subject of lawsuit at all.
Well, he could more than likely tell by just looking at me that I'd talk him out of it faster than he could bring it up.
He could, huh?
You take a nice feller like him. He can spot a smart man like me every time, looks like.
I thought sure we was in for it when he said that was quite a hole we dug over in that other place, sir.
Yeah, I was a little worried there myself. But he didn't appear to mind none.
No?
Just told us a better place to dig, so. Careful with that shovel, Cedric.
Oh, excuse me.
You're gonna knock my head plumb off with it if you ain't careful.
Reckon how come this feller to know about the buried treasure here? I thought that we was the only ones that knowed about it.
Well, it's more than likely common knowledge around this part of the country.
It is.
Yeah, as long as this is where it's buried at. More than likely, folks around here has talked about it as far back as they can recollect. Must be some big stories about this thing. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me none, but that was the reason why this feller bought the property in the first place.
Reckon why he ain't dug up the treasure himself then.
Well, more likely, like he says, he just ain't had time to get around to it. And more than likely, he ain't been able to hire nobody to help him on account of the manpower shortage.
Yeah, more likely. It's hard to hire anybody these days, sure is.
Yeah, that's why he's being so nice to us, I bound you. He just been waiting for somebody to come along and help him dig it up.
Reckon he's gonna claim all this treasure for himself, Lum?
Oh, I don't think so. He's too nice for that. Besides, we figured out that it belongs to us.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But I believe we ought to give him a good-sized share of it. Seems only right.
Yeah, that'd be the thoughty thing to do, all right. 'Cause he's so nice.
And then you gotta consider the facts that this is his land we're digging on.
Yeah. It's His land, yeah.
And he told us where to dig at, too.
Yeah, well, these are some of the treasure, all right. If he hadn't have told us whereabouts to dig at, why, we might have dug that other hole clean through the shiny. Cedric, now watch out with that shovel there.
I'm sorrowful, Mr.
Wanna
Abner.
hit one
so
of us.
clumsy, I don't know what's the matter.
Well, you sure are.
I'm just so anxious to find that treasure. I don't hardly know what I'm doing, I don't think.
Yeah, well, I don't much blame you, Cedric. I'm getting sort of anxious myself. Every rock I see, I think sure it's going to be a diamond or emeralds.
Well, let's not talk so much and concentrate on digging.
I thought sure we'd come across some of the treasure by now, though. Leastways a wristwatch or a fountain pen or something like that.
Well, I reckon this stuff will all be in one big box.
A box?
Yeah, that's the way the generality of them old pirates and explorers always buried their treasures. Big old iron chest, sort of like a trunk.
Well,
A big lock on it. I recollect one time reading where some fellers dug up an old box and it was filled with pieces of 8.
pieces of 8.
Yes, sir.
8 what?
I don't know. Never said. Just said pieces of 8 and let it go at that.
Must have broke it, I reckon. They got that turned around, though. Cedric, careful with that shovel there.
Excuse me.
They must have got that turned around. Must have meant 8 pieces or something.
Must have.
That still don't tell us what the pieces was all, though. Don't reckon it could have been pieces of pie, 'cause I don't believe pie'd stand up that long.
I don't know. Some of that pie Luke Spears puts out in his restaurant back home tastes like they might have been dug up sometime.
I believe a man could have sold his shoes as that pie crust Luke's woman turns out there.
Oh, God, I wish I had a piece of that pie right now. Say, that reminds me, whatever become of that gooseberry pie we brung along on this trip?
Gooseberry pie, did you say, Cedric?
Yes, Mom. Mama baked that up special for me, and I don't recollect eating none of it.
Oh. I believe that must have got ate up somewhere or other, though.
Abner, watch your grammar there.
Huh.
Got ate up. That's terrible. We're going to be rich. We got to learn ourselves how to talk better.
What's wrong with got ate up?
It's supposed to be got ate up.
Oh.
See, the way you congregate that word's like this. I eat, you ate, and they done it. We will have eaten, and they could have ate.
Oh, yeah, I'll recollect now. I would have ate, you would have ate, they would have eaten.
Wish they would have not have eaten all of it and let me have a piece. So's I could have will have ate too also.
Yeah, well, you see, Cedric, the way it all... Notice, wait a minute, there comes that nice feller back again. Bound you he'll have his woman fix us up some lemonade and some sandwiches if we ask him to. You know what, Lum? I'm
It would
hungry.
be a bit spry if he brung up the subject and made that suggest himself.
Hi, fellas. How you coming?
Oh, fair to middling well, I reckon. We ain't struck it yet, though.
Well, I never allowed you to strike it this quick.
Well, reckon how deep we'll have to go here.
Well, generally, in this part of the country, it's about 30 feet before you strike water.
Water?
Why, sure. Ain't you the fellers they sent out to dig a new well for me?
Well, after 2 days of fruitless search for the buried treasure, Lum, Abner, and Cedric turned the remains of their treasure map over to the owner of the property where they'd been digging, and then they started their homeward journey. As we look in on the tired travelers today, we find them in a telegraph office in Little Rock, Arkansas. Listen.
Well, go ahead, Lum. Write that telegram. Don't just stand there squinting your eyes that way.
Well, I'm just studying how to say it.
Studying? Well, Lord, me, there ain't nothing to study about. Give me one of them telegraph blanks there. I'll write it. Cedric, let me have that pencil there.
Yes, ma'am. Reckon what they got the pencils chained to the desk for this way.
More likely to keep folks from stealing it. Dear Grandpappy
Don't see
Spears.
how a little old pencil could keep nobody from stealing a big desk.
Don't bother me, Cedric. I'm writing the telegrams here.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Abner.
Yeah, Lum, this is all we gotta say. We are broke in Little Rock. Send $20 to get home. Your true friends, Abner and Lum.
And Cedric, I want to get home, too.
All right, and Cedric. How's that, Lum?
Well, it's too long for one thing, Abner. Can't be over 10 words, you know.
Well, I'll cut it down. Just scratch that out right there. Take that
Don't
out.
scratch me out.
Now, we are broke. Send $20. How's that?
Well, that's way under 10 words.
Oh, well, I'll put some of them back in it.
Welcome back to Yesterday Today. We're wrapping up our tribute to the great state of Tennessee this evening, as I've picked up some drinks from the corner market, while Jake tries to get our gas station attendant to admit that he's actually Mondo, our security guard from back home.
So you've heard of Yesterday Today,
Yes.
and you worked security at a radio station,
Yes.
and you invented a super shake formula.
Yup.
Then you must be Mondo.
Nope, me name is Melvin.
But you...
Okay, fellas, look. Me has enjoyed this little bit about this Mondo guy, but it's getting kinda late. Me really gotta close up the gas station and get home to me wife and kids. Is there anything else you need?
No, I think we're good.
Alright, see you around. And remember, we offer super service with a smile. Come back soon. Doodaloo. Oh, mercy, those,
This is absolutely ridiculous. Why can't he just admit that he's Mondo?
I don't know, Jake.
What do you mean you don't know?
It would be kind of bizarre, don't you think? What would Mondo even be doing way out here in Tennessee anyway?
Well, I don't know. I guess it would be kind of odd.
Sure. Now why don't you just drink your Mountain Dew and let's get back on the road, huh?
Okay, fine.
Well, how is it? Does it taste just as authentically Tennessean as you expected it to?
It tastes kind of bad. I just remembered that I don't even like soda pop.
If you want more Yesterday Today, visit KISU.org or wherever you get your smoky, country, Rocky Top podcasts.
Chickling bone, come with me down to Nashville, Tennessee. You'll find your kind of real home cooking. Why keep looking? Come with me down to Nashville, Tennessee. Chickling bone, come with me down to Nashville, Tennessee. The gals are pals, they're always ready to go steady. Make your plea down in Nashville, Tennessee. Chickling bone, make your plea down in Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, what a town, there's never a frown. The place even glows when the sun goes down. Dreams do come true, so you'll be wealthy. Plant your healthy family tree down in Nashville, Tennessee. Chickling bone, plant your tree down in Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, what a town, there's never a frown. The place even glows when the sun goes down. Don't get upset if roads lead nowhere. Turn and go where you should be. Down to Nashville, Tennessee. Chickling bone, you should be down in Nashville, Tennessee.